Back with another one of Rick's Moment. And I have
Soraya Ramo. Nice to see
Soraya
you guys again.
Ramon again. So I have some more good topics for us. And this one come to mind that I want to ask you and share with you and let the people know your perception, your idea when it comes down to making peace where you at and what that means to you.
Making peace where I'm at and
Where
what
you
it
at?
means to me. I think it goes back to like some of the stuff that we have discussed in previous videos about really having to be in love with the journey and not just being so obsessive with the end result, because the ups and downs, and especially the downs, are what needed you to get there. And to give you build you a better backbone and make you a stronger person with armor than you were to if it would have just been like good the whole time. So I think it's very vital to be at peace with where you are so you could move forward and detach from things and like know that you won't always be in that pitfall. Like the objectives, the adversaries that you deal with in life, to stay in the present, because you're not going to always be in that pitfall.
Yeah, that's good. Just making peace of where you at is, it's just like saying you're grateful for where you're at. And when you're grateful for where you're at, sorry, it's like, excuse us for a second. Got some flying helicopters coming through. But just being grateful for where you're at, I think that's the main key. I think the universe loves when you're grateful and you're showing gratitude for where you are. Because once again, like we were talking about earlier, it is about that journey. It's about you just kind of just bracing yourself and just trying to be present as much as you can in the moment, and understanding that as I was telling you once before, we had a conversation about just understand that it is a process that you got to, that you got to go through. It's like you're just making your order. You just, you waiting around for you being patient, So you just want to be grateful for it at all times. And I know how it is. Some people, you're here one day and then, the next day you want to be here. You just want to just bypass everything. You just want to get to the finish line. But that's not what it's all about. But being grateful for where you are and making peace for where you are, I think is very, very, very important in the journey. It's making peace for where you're at and where you are. But yeah, so is there any other?
Yeah, limiting complaining. Even though it gets the best of us sometimes because we're not perfect, even robots have glitches, right? But limiting complaining and yeah, really appreciating the little things like if you're outside, like I'll be outside and observing and reading my book, and just the fact that like I'm by the lake and I might not get that when I move, I want to cherish the little things while I'm at where I'm at, and just like lizards looking at me, the birds chirping over the trees, even though they be like chirping over me talking, like how they do on video. But I love that, like the fact that we have the sun and I have shelter over my head, and like these little things are vital because
Plays a
they're part
part.
of the earth. And people overlook that stuff all the time. Like people could be sitting outside and totally not even realize a whole bunch of lizards are observing you, or just nature. Like this just is beautiful, and people overlook that. And so I think that people need to like stay still and like notice these little things they do have already, so that they can move forward, and then they'll get little gifts. Like even at work, I got these earrings from someone because I smile all the time, so I got a pair of Chanel earrings.
Wow.
I mean, who knows if they're real or
Solid.
not? But just the fact that, like, just the fact that she gave that to
That
me
she gave
because
it,
I'm
yeah.
always
It's a thought that
smiling.
counts.
Yes,
Yeah,
and no
yeah,
one
yeah.
else smiles.
Wow.
I'm not gonna change who
Solid.
I am. You know?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
It's just very important to be in the moment and understanding that, appreciating where you are is because when you appreciate more of what you have, the more you get. So that's why it's always good to try to stay appreciative and show gratitude, and just be thankful for some of the things that you do have, like right now. Don't worry about what you don't got, worry about what you do got. So I really think that's very important. um, we were talking about earlier, I think the way that I love to show appreciation is I like to get out in nature and just be at one with nature. That's a good way for me. um, but just like I say, having peace where you at is so profound.
A lot of people don't do that.
Yeah, yeah, it's so profound. But the thing is that it's one of those things that you have to practice. It's like being in the moment. It's something that you have to program the mind.
Yeah, you have to practice to be
You have to
aware of
practice
that.
it. You have to practice it because it's about awareness
Yeah.
at the end of the day, and then you want to just be aware of any and everything. But it takes practice, not something that's just gonna come overnight. But you definitely got to give it practice.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
And